What's up, Swig Squad? T with the Diva here. I'm coming to y'all tonight with just to get it off your chest. It was a situation where a lady confided in me, I guess, and she was stating that she is a woman of a particular age, over 50, but not at the retirement age. She had been with the company that she worked for about 42 years, and they made her train her replacement unbeknownst to her. She trained the young lady, and they phased her position out. They advised her that she needed that they were discontinuing that specific role in the company, and they no longer needed her. They gave her somewhat of a severance pay. Of course, she wasn't excited about it or happy with it. She said that she was given something way under what her peers or colleagues were given when they retired or left or were forced out. She is in a current lawsuit with them, and the lawyers took her case gladly. So what I explained to her, because the young lady who replaced her, she didn't know her specific age, but I'm sure she was probably about half her age. But that young lady came equipped with degrees. So they want you to have the education as opposed to the experience. Now, the young lady that was forced out, I'm sure she knew that company in, out, upward, downward, left, right, diagonal, vertical, horizontal, every which way but loose. I'm sure that she had a backup to the system, a backup to the backup system, and if that system went down, she still had the notes from the system that they created back in 1981 when the company was established. But I explained to her that that is no longer a good look. I remember a day when experience will be able to take you a long way. I remember a time when the knowledge that you had in regards to a system would be enough for you to, that's job security. That knowledge that you had would be job security. The fact that you know this system frontwards and backwards would be job security. No more. I don't want to say that it's an ageist thing. I just want to say that companies want it to look better on paper. They want to push out all of the knowledgeable people so that they could bring in people who are decorated, people who have the certification, people who have the degrees, people who have been to college. Those are the individuals that they want to show when they're selling their product. They could say, we have a team equipped with individuals who have bachelors and masters and this type of that impresses people. People think that individuals with a lot of education are the ones who can create new ideas, can help them make and tweak new systems, because of course these are things that they're learning in college now. And although she was good with the system that they were currently using and all the past systems, she wasn't anything that they could, let's say, hold up, put on display. Her credentials probably only went as far as high school. She didn't have any credentials following that. She said she never had any ambition or will to go back to school. She was comfortable in her position, and she was always told that she was an asset. So that's what made her comfortable. She was always given accolades, compliments to let her know how well she's doing. She was always getting awards, rewarded for things, giving gifts for her work performance, and she was always certain that this would be the reason that they would want to keep her. So the information or the message that I wanted to give this evening is that you have to obtain something that they can't take from you. Even if you're comfortable and they're telling you that you're doing very well and they're telling you that you are the best they've ever had, and I'm sure and I know that they let a whole lot of knowledge walk out the door when they let that lady go, but for one, they could pay 3 people what they was paying that lady, because these teenagers and young adults that are coming out of college aren't looking for all of that money. I mean, they want to be compensated, of course, but we're able to not give them as much because they don't have as many responsibilities. So I don't want to blame them for being ageist, but I just want to say that we as a people need to cover ourselves. You absolutely have to have something that they cannot take from you. You absolutely have to have something that you can take somewhere else and be just as valuable. You want to have something that is not just curtailed for this particular company, but any company that anywhere that you can go and take your knowledge and apply it to another company, and they will be very happy to have you. You do want to make sure that when there is education compensation being offered, that's for a reason. You want to make sure that you take advantage of that. If they're offering you tuition reimbursement, whatever the percentage is, take it. If you taking a class or 2 at a time, just take the classes. Just pad yourself with as much knowledge as you can, because this lady wasn't planning on retiring yet. Like I said, she wasn't at the retirement age, but she was over 50 and had been at this company for 42 years. So, I mean, you can just about guess, how old she was, but I would just advise her and anyone else dealing with anything within their company that they're feeling that their age is no longer a talking point, that they're seeing younger individuals come in and take these jobs and these positions because of their degrees and their education. Let's just not get so comfortable. Let's just make sure that although we're learning and growing within our company, that we are being excited about also learning new things. We cannot get so comfortable that we're allowing them to push us in a corner where we're in a box. So we're not wanting to explore new things and advance our knowledge base, because they've been so good to me over the years, and I don't believe that they would do anything like that to me, because they will. You cannot put anything past these people. These people, companies are their companies, and whatever they do and whenever they do it, it's nothing that we can complain about. We just have to thank them for the time that they allowed us there to stay, and we have to move on. I know she doesn't want to, that particular individual is not willing to go back to be educated or get a degree or a certification right now. Hopefully her lawsuit is a win, and I wish her good luck on it, because I definitely want her to do well. But I definitely advise her that if you get into another company, no matter how much knowledge you gain from that company, you never want to get too comfortable despite all of the awards or certification and all of that you're given. You just don't want to get too comfortable in those types of positions, because you get involved in that, and yeah, you kind of have to learn the hard way when life hits you real fast. So I could tell that, her feelings were hurt, and that, she felt really near and dear to the company and felt like that she really meant more. So what they ended up doing was they ended up posting a similar position, but it was a lower grade. So the position was similar to everything that she had done, but let's say she was at a level D, and this position was at a level B. So it, would have pushed her back. She wouldn't have taken the position, of course, after working on a level D for so many years. You don't want to be, after you've made your way from A to D, you don't want to be pushed back down to B. So she didn't want to do it, but of course she took it personal, the way that it was done. And she said that it was the same people who was giving her all of those accolades and telling her how much of a great job she was doing. And she was everybody's go-to person. And she was the one who would help everybody out. Like, she would get appreciation certificates all the time because of all of the work that she would help the other people with. And she had taught so many people so many things because, of course, she's been there the longest, or one of the people who had been there the longest. And she had all of the knowledge of all of the systems through the years she started through now. She said that it just really hurt her that those same people were the ones who, really wanted her gone. So I just wanted to express how important it is for us to gain things ourselves that they can't take away from us, because just because you know that company and you know their systems and you're so familiar with them and you get certificates every month for different things, it doesn't mean that they're going to keep you. And it don't mean that they're going to keep you if you get a master's and a bachelor's either, but you can move on with a master's and a bachelor's. You can go places with the knowledge, but oftentimes, they don't want to match your pay for your experience. They want to lowball you because you are competing with kids who have 3 and 4 degrees. Like, now that she's back in the workforce, she has to compete with these young people who don't have the knowledge she had, but they have the paper, they got the credentials, they got the letters. So that's what your competition is. And I just told her, you don't want to get back out here and have to go against that. Like, just sit there and wait and see, what's going to come of, the litigation, and then you can make your move from there. But just know that that company was theirs and it wasn't yours. So that's why they were able to do what they wanted to do to you, and that's what they will do to anybody. Just my word is just to encourage everyone to just gain as much knowledge as you can in the workforce. Don't take nothing for granted. And do not automatically feel like because you've been with the company for so long and you got the most knowledge and you got the most certifications and wow, great work, that they won't make some really tragic changes. Because here we see that they will. Y'all let me know in the comments if you think this was something that was ageist. Do you think it was something that has to do with maybe the younger person coming with better ideas, more vibrant ideas, and, easier access to the systems and learning new things, being willing to try new things and things of that sort? Or you think they just was tired of her? Whatever the case was, it's their company. They can do what they want to do. Bleak Squad, what y'all think? Get down in the comments and let me know. And if y'all can, get this lady some encouragement, give her some advice, this would definitely help. All right, Swig Squad. Thank you. Thank everybody. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all later. This is Tea with the Diva.